Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, all U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. And good afternoon to Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance, the two leaders of the United States of America that brought America back up from the gutter. As I speak today in the Senate and in Congress in Washington, D.C., they are lambasting Donald Trump. They are lambasting him because the Demorats have nothing other to hide their iniquities with. They're lambasting him with about how Canada was illegally sought after. How the United States has its, fentanyl epidemic because of Donald Trump. This is what's being said before the Senate and Congress in Washington, D.C. today as we speak. Tune into C-SPAN and you'll see your New York and New Jersey court jesters lambashing Donald Trump. If something went wrong, Donald Trump did it. Well, what happened with all the praise and glory of when the economy started to go on a rise? That's okay that Joe Biden and Barack Hussein Obama fleeced the United States of America, gave Black Lives Matter movement $1.25 billion in reparation in 2008, signed off by Barack Hussein Obama and Eric Holder, and INRI Black Farmers Asset Litigation Act, only to have a few years later the streets in tyranny by his foot soldiers to overthrow the United States of America, funded by the Iranians, the Chinese, and some corrupt Russians. This was thwarted, and this will be thwarted when you have the likes of Mayor Mondani trying to force a religion and a change a law into a religious law and make New York a religious state. New York City was the first capital of the United States of America, founded by Christians. This, ladies and gentlemen, needs to stop. Why don't they say about how Barack Hussein Obama enslaved people by falsifying their prison records? Me, one of them. I'm physical proof and will show you proof because there is proof. The use of the roving bug, which I have proof of. I had a few of them removed. Look on Facebook and you'll see the proof. This caused me not to have children. I have the insurance companies from New York refusing to conduct further surgeries because of what they're going to uncover. Was committed by the Obama-Biden administrations in 2012 and in 2008, while they illegally did a surgical procedure in 2008 at Muncie Regional Medical Center, only to have me indicted for allegedly spitting on the U.S. Marshal. Can anyone show me the federal law on the books, or where did Congress make a law? Can we see the congressional minutes? Can we see the congressional minutes? Because I like to see them. Because right after my prosecution, Damian Williams was made the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York. a coveted position and one of the most prestigious positions in the U.S. Department of Justice. This job was awarded to him by Joe Biden for what he did for Barack Hussein Obama when they tried to silence me in 2008 and in 2012. You cannot and will not assassinate an intelligence-trained individual who served overseas in the Middle East and in Southeast Asia in the 80s, pre-Desert Storm. So there again, ladies and gentlemen, when they tried me in 2012, popped up my Army career. Never was in the United States Army, but the U.S. Marshals levied it in my discovery, which automatically taints a conviction and reverses it. But still to this day, that conviction stands, even though case law in the Second Circuit states that assistant U.S. attorney needs to be disbarred. Under U.S. versus Valentine, 820 Fed Second, 565 through 575, Second Circuit, 1987, reversed and remanded. The judge referred the U.S. attorney for bar action for passing a false statement to alter the court's verdict. Passing a whole Army career falsified is a further act of COINTELPRO, Project M, which was already ruled upon in 2001, not in one circuit, but in two circuits, which I argued the case myself. And I won, proving that the FBI falsified lab reports, proving the FBI falsified drug seizures, proving the BOP falsified documents, the U.S. Parole Commission, and the U.S. Department of Justice. All this was also seen by Wilkie, Farr, and Gallagher of 777 7th Avenue, a noted forensic law firm that went to Washington, D.C. to see my files. Now, the files have disappeared. Where are they? I put a call into Hakeem Jeffries, who always beats the bandwagon against Donald Trump. Well, I needed help against the Barack Hussein Obama, Joe Biden regime. Fell on deaf ears, ladies and gentlemen. The Republicans got nothing coming from the Demorats. The only thing we got coming is indictments that are falsified and lambashing of our dear President, Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance. The two individuals that have caused the economy to advance, not go down. The two individuals who did nothing but good for United States military service people. The two individuals who did nothing but good for farmers. I lost 380 acres, 10 acres of avocados, and 10 acres of lemons under the Barack Hussein Obama Biden administrations. He done nothing but good for the farmer now, and that's Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance, not Barack Hussein Obama or the Biden administration. The farmers, the truckers are the backbone of America. The steel workers, which Barack Hussein Obama allowed two of the largest kilns to be sold to our enemies for a mere pittance, which today would cost $1 billion each to build. So who is the one who ruined this country and sold this country out? Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden and the Demorats, who have fleeced this country and tried to change this country into a communist Islamic nation. Thank you very much.